Hi everybody, this is Amy Elias speaking to you from this beautiful winter snowstorm, this winter wonderland of nature, doing what it loves to do. It likes to be itself, as we can be ourselves. But as we're being blanketed in this freezing cold weather and the snow, we can blanket ourselves in self-honor and self-love. And today is a perfect day to do that because most of us are homebound. Many of us probably working from home, doing communications through the internet, taking care of your job, in whatever way, and hopefully your boss or your employee allowed you the day to keep you safe at home. So I honor that. I wanted to give us a little small practice of what's really nice to honor yourself, and that comes with the gift of the breath. It's said in Ayurveda that we're given a certain amount of breaths per lifetime. So the idea is to lengthen each breath and each component of the breath, which is 4. There's an inhale, there's an exhale, but in between the inhale, there is a pause. Then comes the exhale. Then comes the keeping the breath all the way out, and then it's the beginning again. So we can look at it as creation, the inhale. The pause is the sustenance, this is the life that we're living, or this moment. And then the exhale is the dissolution of it. And then the next sustaining the breath outward is a recreation, giving birth to the next breath. So it's inhale up the front side of the body, of the spine, a pause at the top of your head. Then exhale down the back plane of the body, a pause at the pelvic floor or the tailbone. And then pause, and then inhale, come all the way up again. Pause, exhale down the back. Now, what I would suggest is do what's comfortable for you. Some people can only inhale for 1 breath, and then they got to pause for it. They can't keep it in. But you can change the length of your breath over time. It's just a decision and a creation of creating space for this breath to occur. So it's going to be an inhale. I like to start with 4. That's a pretty easy one for people to maintain. So you can go inhale for 4. Now, if you think you can't hold it for 4, then do 2 or do 3 or do 1. But then exhale whatever you just inhale for 4. So it's almost like you're constricting what's in the back of the throat, a little pinhole right in the back of the throat. You exhale, then leave the breath out again for that 1 or 2 to 3 or 4, and then inhale right back up again. So I'll let you do that on your own. Then the next thing I'd like to offer is after you do that for about a minute or 2 or 3 or whatever feels most comfortable for you, we can move into a movement, which is the next part, utilizing the breath. Moving the body in sync with this breath that I just shared with you, the component. So then it would look like this. We can stay here. You can cross your legs, one heel in front of the other. You can cross your ankles. You can also sit upon your knees, whichever works for you. Or you can even sit upon a block or a bunch of books or whatever you may have. So this is great for people who have low back issues because it keeps the hips somewhat higher than the knees as they slope downward. Some people who have tight hips have a hard time, so they sit like this. When that happens, you really want to sit up on your knees. So if you're doing this, sit up on a block or something to lift you. It could be 3 pillows. So I'm going to stay on the ground, one heel in front of the other, and then I'm going to say, just gently inhale, hold your knees and arch your back, and inhale towards me for the count of 4, very slowly. Drop the chin in so you look a little mini double chin. Pause the breath for that 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then exhale, sit all the way back, lifting the armpits up. Suck the belly button all the way in to touch the spine. Pause and leave the breath out for that 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then inhale again. Through that pinhole, pause. And then exhale, release it. And you could do this for 1 or 2 to 3 minutes, whatever pleases you. Then inhale, keep the side body so long that the lungs have places to move. So the breath goes like this. It inhales like the gills of a fish. It inhales front and back, so focus also on the back of your body. And also inhales to the sky and to the earth. So you're almost lifting rib off of rib off of rib. So you create this great container so that your lungs can actually expand. Now you see I have the bolster here. That is something that you can also do to expand your lungs on a passive way. So that is that you can actually sit back and then lay back right behind your chest and open up the body so that it can receive the breath. So if your head's not touching the floor, you can use something else to bring it there. And then open your arms. Feel the body just receiving the breath. You're just a passive component. This is a restorative breathing component. Let the inner thighs reach down to the ground and just relax here. You don't want your chin jutting up. You want to feel somewhat composed and relaxed. To come out of here, you want to bend your knees and there's a roll to one side. And we'll come back up and come to the movement pose. So again, come back and cross your heels, your ankles. And then gently inhale after you've done your inhale and exhale. Then dive all the way down to the ground. Fingertips are in the earth. So it's an inhale. Push the floor away towards me and suck the hips back. Reach for the ground and then come all the way forward. Bending the elbows. Keep that little tuck in the chin. Walk the fingertips forward. You don't have to go far. I want you to go only as far as where your pelvis is staying on the earth. So inhale. 3 directions of the breath. And then exhale. You just descend a little bit more. Rooting the tailbone. Extending the heart. Inhale. Look ahead. Pause. Exhale. Descend. Keep the breath out, suspend it. Inhale, walk the fingertips a little more forward, lifting the armpits higher so they're hollow. The armpits are nice and hollow, and then exhale, release. So wherever you can go, just stay here and be with it, honoring yourself, not judging. And then inhale, walk yourself all the way to your right, as low as you can, but you can also stay high. I like to practice high sometimes, so getting the twist in this pelvic region and in the low waist. So you want to inhale, rise up, and then you get the length, and then the twist happens. Exhaling. You press it into the back fingertips, that back right hand. Inhale, you lift up and tall, and then exhale, you spin to the right. Keeping the breath, inhale for 3 or 4, pause. And then exhale, twisting all the way as much as you can, and then suspend the breath out. Recreating that new breath, inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, and only on an inhale, come back to center. Reorient yourself, come back in, find that double chin, lengthen the spine, get great alignment, because every nerve of your body innervates in your spine, so the more space you give it, the healthier your internal organs in your mind and your brain are. Inhale, get long, pause, and then exhale for one breath. On your next inhale, rise up and begin to spin yourself all the way to your left. So you inhale, get great length. Pause the breath. Exhale and press that left fingertips toward the knee so that you can spin a little bit deeper. Keep the chin in a little bit, not jutting. And exhale, find the 4 parts of the breath. Inhale, get long. Pause. And then exhale a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, come center. And then exhale, soften and release. Fingertips forward. If you wish, you could drop your elbows down. Whatever that works for you. If you'd like, you could put your elbows inside your thighs and make a little prayer pose. Press the fingertips so you're pressing down, pressing these acupuncture points that walk along the inseam of your legs. So we're kind of coming to this from a very holistic perspective. We're using the thoughts of saying good things to ourselves that create good vibrations of word, thoughts, and actions, and that they are aligned so that you do what you say and you be, do, and have everything that you intend to. We utilize the Ayurvedic principles of moving the body, mind together, and as well as we're honoring the Oriental medicine piece of looking at these meridians that run up and down our body and all around. So doing yoga honors that. The last thing is just relax and breathe. Pausing the breath, and then exhale, a big exhale out of the mouth. And then inhale, come rising up. Press your hands on your knees because you've probably been sitting much more than you typically are. And press your knees into your hands. So lift up and you're toning that low back. And then exhale, drop them. Inhale, press up. So you're pushing down and you're lifting up all at the same time. Shoulder blades on the back. And exhale. And gently I'll say thank you to you for becoming a part of the field of consciousness that you already are, and tap into your divine beauty that you have, that you live every day, and you're harnessing it by your life force today and going inside with self-love, blanketing yourself with self-honor. Thank you so much for a beautiful moment. Again, you can find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and you can even find me on thespotconsulting.com or my name, amyelias.com, AMYELIAS.com. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Namaste. I'll see you next time.